Good evening, everybody. Actually, good morning, and welcome to our Sunday show. We're about 30 minutes late. Myself and a friend in need. And I hope she's okay. Just in case, I will be checking up on her throughout most of the broadcast. So um, it's been a fun day so far. Well, not fun. Well, Sundays are supposed to be fun. Um, but wow, our oh, uh, big story tonight. Battle in the Big Ten, and we do mean a battle. And wow, this I mean, it's crazy when you learn what happened. Boom. Okay, give me a couple of moments to clear off our little settee here. Oh no, you don't. We got to do this, so let's give you the top story before we go any further. By the way, we're going to be on for an hour, I hope. But wow. Mayhem erupted after number 15 Wisconsin took care of Michigan 77-63 Sunday afternoon in Madison, Wisconsin. What began as an intense post-game uh, handshake line exchange between Michigan coach Juwan Howard and Wisconsin coach Greg Gard quickly escalated to an all-out brawl that involved players and coaches from both teams. The madness broke out shortly after the final horn when Gard confronted Howard, who appeared to be slow to enter the handshake line just near the scorer's table. Gard physically stopped Howard from moving past him, and the two exchanged words before tensions rose in a hurry. Howard pushed his finger in Gard's face, which led to even more intense discussion before Howard took a swing at Wisconsin assistant coach. Actually, it was more a slap. It led to an open hand strike. Things quickly escalated from there, with players getting into a brawl. First of all, if you see the replay, it wasn't a punch, it was more of a. Now, Michigan was pressing full court late in the game, which led to Badgers were up by 15. With only about 15 seconds left in the game, called timeout. It seems that decision bothered Howard, which ultimately led to the tense postgame. Gard told CBS Sports about Howard's comments preceding the incident. We only had about 4 seconds to get the ball past half court. Apparently, he didn't like that. I called timeout to reset the 10-second call. We only had 4 seconds to get the ball past half court. I didn't want to put my bench guys in that position of scrambling, so I took the timeout. He didn't like that when he came through the handshake line. Now, Howard did acknowledge in his post-game press conference that the late timeout was indeed why he was heated. He said, I didn't like the timeout that they called. I'll be totally honest. I thought it was not necessary at that moment, especially with it being a large lead. I thought that wasn't fair to our guys, end quote. Howard recounted telling Gard that in reference to late timeout, he would remember that. Michigan's coach defended his actions by noting that Gard initiated contact in the handshake line. Again, Howard's words. For someone to touch me, I think that was very uncalled for. That's what escalated. At that point, I thought it was time to protect myself, end quote. Wisconsin Athletic Director Chris McIntosh, who addressed the media after game, said that he's been in contact with Big Ten Commissioner Kevin Warren about the incident and expects the league to act swiftly and aggressively. Michigan AD Ward Manuel apologized in response and said that they will review the situation more thoroughly and work with the Big Ten Conference as they determine their disciplinary action and will determine if any further actions are needed. I'm just going to say this. And I think both coaches uh, are at fault in this. The Wisconsin coach, whose team had already got the lead, did not really need to to just you did not lead to extol the situation further. Uh, by goosing the score a bit more. I mean, they had 15 seconds. They had a big lead. Michigan knew they weren't going to come back. They were going to try. But um, beyond the obvious, the coach of Wisconsin should have let the play continue. They won the game no matter what. And as for Juwan Howard, his actions, well, inexcusable though they were, they're going to hit him in the end. It is obvious that he has lost face with some of the fans of the Big Ten, and he will be suspended. And I wouldn't put it past the Big Ten to tell him that he is going to be sitting out the rest of the season and possibly even miss the Big Ten tournament. There is no call for this type of stupidity. And I'm sorry. First of all, to Wisconsin, you had the lead, you had the game won. Just play it. Don't call a timeout. Play the damn 15 seconds in full. You won the game. Live with it. You won the game. Don't need to goose up the score any further. And as for you, Juwan Howard, you're a coach. You're supposed to set an example for your team, a good example. That wasn't a good example you set Sunday. And I hope to hell the Big Ten Conference and or the NCAA gives you the exact punishment you deserve. Now, whether it's sitting for the rest of the season or uh, going beyond that, you might miss the tournament, or dare I say, the March Madness. But there is going to be some suspensions. And I think in the Big Ten, the NCAA, when they review, they're going to have Juwan Howard sit out the rest of the season. There are about 4 games remaining on schedule, 4 or 5. He'll miss those games. If this is and as for what Michigan will do, this isn't a fireable offense. No, this was a stupid act of aggression, and that maybe sitting him out the remainder of the season, maybe the tournament would be a good idea. But we'll just have to wait and see what happens. And when we do that, we will let you know. Okay, right now, as we go on, excuse me, let's get you over to what we like to call our basketball bit. And there's only one program, and that is the All-Star game, where the Team Durant lost to Team LeBron 163 to 160 in sort of a, I'm going to say it, lackluster game. I mean, there wasn't, it was an all-star game. What do you expect? Anyway, Sorry about that. Let's get with some basketball that was still being played. And that is, of course, college basketball. Let's go to the women's college basketball. Gets their scores from there. Let's get to it, shallst we? We shallst. And here we go. We got almost a full house. Let's take it from down and up here. 24th ranked North Carolina beat Florida State 64-49. Auburn defeated 21 ranked Georgia 65-60. 18th ranked Ohio State beat Wisconsin 59-42. Miami beat 16th ranked Georgia Tech 51-39. Boop. Thank you. Oi. Okay. 59-42, 18th ranked Ohio State defeated Wisconsin. Miami defeated 16th ranked Georgia Tech 51-39. 14th ranked Texas outdueled West Virginia 67-58. 11th ranked LSU over 17th ranked Florida 66-61. 10th ranked UConn over Georgetown 90-49. 9th ranked Michigan over 13th ranked Maryland 71-59. Washington State over number 8 Arizona 72-67. 4th ranked North Carolina State over Syracuse 95-53. 3rd ranked Louisville over 23rd ranked Virginia Tech 70-56. 2nd ranked Stanford over Oregon 66-62. And the top dog still, South Kakalaki defeated 12th ranked Tennessee 67-53. Let's go for the men now. And it kind of looks like the guys had a little short visitation, as it were. Let's give you the games. 5th ranked Purdue over Rutgers 84-72. 8th ranked Providence in overtime beat Butler 71-70 in double overtime. 14th ranked Houston over Wichita State 76-74. 15th ranked Wisconsin beat Michigan 77-63. And 17th ranked USC over Washington State 62-60. Whoa. All right, it's time now to bring you the G League. That's right. It is time now for the G League. Yay. And yes, friends, the G League is presented by Gatorade. Is it in you? And by the way, all of our scores are presented. Almost say brought to you. They are presented by Caesar Sportsbook. Remember, we're all Caesars, but even Caesars know their limits. And let's get to doing the show busy look, because we do have some games to tell you about on Sunday. Let's get to the Sunday marks. Sunday. One game in the G League, and the Cleveland Charge defeated the G League Ignite 96-92. No games till Tuesday, where there will be only the Sioux Falls Skyforce and the Oklahoma City Blue, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. You can check that game out on NBAGleague.com or KINB 105.3 FM. There you go. So we are done quickly with the basketball. Let's take you now to where things get very nice. That is the NHL. Time now for our NHL Ligaruski. Okay, time now for the NHL. Yeah, the NHL, guys. Time now to go from the hardwood to the hard synthetic fake ice. Hi, Dandelion Fluff. Just stopped by briefly to say howdy on my way to bed. Oh, good, you're just in time. We got the NHL scores. That's right. Let's get you the NHL scores before you go to bed, Ms. Dandelion. Oops, boot that. Anyway, let's rock and ride here. The Colorado, fun. The Carolina Hurricanes lost to, no, they won, yes. The Carolina Hurricanes beat the Pittsburgh Penguins 4-3. Ow! AHO, which is ow. Carolina got one goal. Stasi for Carolina got one goal. And Rust for Pittsburgh. Wasn't that rusty? He got one goal and an assist. In a shootout, Les Canadiens de Montreal defeated Les Islanders de New York by a score of 3-2. Anderson for Montreal, one goal. Hammond for Montreal, 30 saves. And Sorokin for the Islanders, 25 saves. Florida Panthers beat the Chicago Blackhawks by a score of 5-2. Barkov for Florida, one goal, two assists. Uyghur for Florida, one goal. And Kane for Chicago, a goal and an assist. Rangers over the Ottawa Senators 2-1. Panarin for the Rangers, one goal, one assist. Strome for the Rangers, one goal, one assist, and Stutzel for Ottawa, one goal. Blue Jackets over La Sabres 7-3. Kukan for Columbus. Let's try that again. Columbus Blue Jackets beat the Buffalo Sabres 7-3. Kukan for Columbus, two goals, one assist. Gauntz for Columbus, one goal, two assists, and Burbe for Columbus, 33 saves. Coyotes, yes, Coyotes. The Arizona Coyotes beat the Dallas Stars 3-1. Schmaltz for Arizona, one goal, two assists. Wedgwood for Arizona, 32 saves, and Krause for Arizona, one goal. Vegas Golden Knights over the San Jose Sharks, 4-1. Thompson for Vegas, 35 saves. Eichel for Vegas, one goal, one assist. And Bonino for San Jose, one goal. Minnesota Wild over the Edmonton Oilers, 7-3. Fiala for Minnesota, two goals, one assist. Boldy, yes, for Minnesota, Boldy went one goal and one assist. And Zuccarello for Minnesota, one goal and one assist. And folks, let's give you, before we go to our other things with the hockey, let's give you a quick update on all the situations in the standings. Yes, we do the standings. Why do we do the standings, you may ask? Well, it's simple, because we can. Yes. We want to get you totally updated in the hockey world. And let's go to the standings right here, right now. Bada bing, bada boom, bada boing. And there we go. In the Eastern Conference Metropolitan Division, it is Carolina with 72 points. Pittsburgh in second with 70. New York Rangers in third with 69. Because 69, it's a workable number. Washington in fourth with 65. Columbus in fifth with 51. The Islanders in sixth with 43. Philadelphia in seventh with 39. And New Jersey in eighth with also 39. In the Atlantic Division, it's Florida number one with 75. The defending two-time champion Tampa Bay Lightning, 70 in second. Toronto Maple Leafs in third with 67. Boston in fourth with 60. Detroit in fifth with 52. Ottawa in sixth with 41. Buffalo in seventh with 40. And Montreal still looking down the blouse of despair at 27. In the Western Conference Central Division, Colorado Avalanche with 76 points in first, Minnesota Wild at 65 in second, St. Louis at 64 in third, Nashville 60 in fourth, Dallas 56 in fifth place, Winnipeg in sixth with 52, Chicago with 44 in seventh, and Arizona with 30 in eighth place. And in the Pacific, it is Calgary, 64 points in first. Vegas was 62 in second. Edmonton at 59 in third, as is Los Angeles, fourth place with 59. Anaheim in fifth with 57. Vancouver in sixth with 52. San Jose in seventh with 49. And the Kraken of Seattle with 36. And before we spread our joy around more, let's give you so in the Eastern Conference in the Metropolitan Division, it's Carolina, Pittsburgh, and the Rangers. In the Atlantic, it's Florida, Tampa Bay, and Toronto. And the wild card, well, look at here in the wild card, you got Washington, Boston, Detroit, Columbus, and the Islanders all fighting for those two precious spots. Meanwhile, in the Western Division, in the Western Conference, Central Division, Colorado, Minnesota, St. Louis are your top three. In the Pacific, it's Calgary, Vegas, and Edmonton. And your wild card, Nashville in first, Los Angeles in second, Anaheim in third, Dallas fourth, Winnipeg fifth, Vancouver in sixth place. So there you go. Happy landingos. And now let's get you to the men's hockey. Yes, men and women play hockey. No game scheduled for the men. How about the ladies? Did they have anything scheduled for today? No, they didn't. Let's go now to where the air is clear. And can you tell me how to get to the Sesame Street of hockey? The American Hockey League. That's right. It's time to go to the AHL. Time to get the scores, the stories, the scores, the gory details. Are we getting them? Yes, we are. My God, isn't technology wonderful? Okay, here we go. Cleveland Monsters in overtime defeat the Charlotte Checkers 6-5. The Bridgeport Islanders beat the Hartford Wolfpack 2-0. Manitoba Moose over the Milwaukee Admirals 4-3. Springfield Thunderbird over Lehigh Valley Phantoms 3-1. Providence Bruins over the Hershey Bears 4-1. The Laval Rocket over the Rochester Americans 5-1. Chicago Wolves over the Iowa Wild 5-1. Grand Rapids Griffins over the Rockford Ice Hogs 5-2. Colorado Eagles over the Abbotsford Canucks 4-2. Ontario Reign over the San Diego Gulls 4-3. Texas Stars over the San Jose Barracuda 4-1. Henderson Silver Knights over the Tucson Roadrunners 4-1. Stockton Heat over the Bakersfield Condors 7-4. And there you go. On the AHL, let's do the big O, shall we? That's right. No, not that type of big O. This is the Ontario Hockey League. And we got two games to talk about on the schedule for them. It was Niagara over Sudbury 5-3 and North Bay over Ottawa 6-2. That's right, 6-2. Yay. And now we went from two minors. Let's do them all. Let's do them all. Here we go. In the Eckel, We go like this in the echo. In the echo. Let's give you the scores from the East Coast, from the East Coast Hockey League. And I'm hoping that we got a lot for you tonight. And we don't, but we do have a schedule for Monday. So, oh joy, oh raptor. Do we have 20? Yeah, we do. Fort Wayne over Kalamazoo, 5-2. There we go. All right, let's take me away here. Let's go to the Southern Professional Hockey League. We're going to get the hockey games out of the way so Dandelion Fluff can go get some sleep, go get some nice little Z's. In the Spiel! That's right, it's called the Spiel. We got maybe a couple. No, we got tons of games on Sunday. Let's go to it, shall we? Fayetteville Marksmen knocked over the Knoxville Ice Bears 2-1 in overtime. Roanoke Rail Yard Dogs over the Pensacola Ice Flyers 6-2. Peoria Rivermen over the Quad City Storm 5-1. Birmingham Bulls over the Huntsville Havoc 5-2. And that's it. We got one more minor league hockey round to do, and that is the Federal Prospects Hockey League, or the FIPL. And here we go, the FIPL website. And let's get you a little bit of the scores. Now, I don't think they played tonight, but still, we never know until we look. And yes, we do look, and we had about 3 games. Let's go to them. Columbus over Danbury 5-2, Watertown over Binghamton 3-7, and Port Huron over Carolina by a score of 5-2. And there is your hockey scoreage. That's right. We have given you the hockey scores from around the screwy world of hockey, and we love it so much. Anyway, how you been, Dandelion? Okay, let us get to some more of the news for you, news and sports. And baseball still locked out. Minor league game, not minor league games, but the spring training games slowly being canceled. Well, it looks like the scouting combine for the NFL may be getting their butts bounced as well. Agents representing more than 150 NFL draft prospects are organizing a boycott of all testing, on-field workouts, and interviews at the NFL Combine in Indianapolis if bubble restrictions for this year's event are changed, so says Ian Rappaport of NFL Media. The 2021 NFL Combine did not take place due to the COVID pandemic, and while it was to return this year, as of now, players are said to be confined to a bubble. The NFL laid out its restrictions in a memo this weekend. Many players will reportedly answer by boycotting the combine. Now, the bubble restrictions include prospects being allowed just one medical support person who must be fully vaccinated. The memo also states that players will be restricted to secure combine venues during their entire time in Indy, and that players who violate these policies will be disqualified and sent home. Oh boy. Now, per Rappaport, NFL Media, players being denied access to their full team of coaches and trainers is a main sticking point. And if the NFL does not ease the playing restrictions, many top prospects will only complete medical evaluations at this year's combine. Now, Jonathan Jones, who is the CBS Sports NFL insider, wrote earlier this week about changes to the combine and how they could lead to players skipping the bench press. On Sunday, Jones added the changes may moo my moo moo moo. Now, on Sunday, Jones added that changes may now lead to players skipping the combine. The NFL Players Association sent a letter to every agent earlier on Sunday denouncing the combine and the new restrictions. Quote, we have spoken to several agents to reinforce our long-standing opposition to the NFL scouting combine and agree and support the decisions by those to not attend. The combination of the NFL's proposed bubble and the fact that we still have an antiquated system of every team doctor examining players and having them perform yet again needs serious modification or elimination. While we do not represent these players, we have advocated for their rights to fair treatment. End quotation. Our union has always encouraged players to take control of their careers from the very beginning, and we appreciate that agents are looking at ways to support that goal. Oh boy. Let's do the Stephon Curry story. And even though this game was more of an exhibition than an actual game, Golden State Warrior guard Stephon Curry, well, he was having the worst three-point shooting season of his career, but during Sunday's NBA All-Star game in Cleveland, he reminded everyone why he's the greatest shooter of all time. Suiting up for Team LeBron, Curry was in vintage form, scoring 50 points and knocking down 16 of 27 three-pointers in every way imaginable, setting a new All-Star record in the process. His thrilling performance in Team LeBron's 163-160 win over Team Durant earned him the 2022 Kobe Bryant All-Star Game MVP, the first time he's received the honor in 8 career All-Star games. With his 10th three-pointer of the game during the third quarter, Curry broke Paul George's record for most three-pointers in a single All-Star game. The record breaker might have been his most difficult of the night. It was a one-legged runner from the top of the key. Curry was only getting started, however, making 5 more three-pointers in the quarter to give him 15 threes and 45 points through three frames. He made one three-pointer in the fourth quarter to give him 16 for the night, 2 more than the regular season record set by Warriors teammate Klay Thompson, who made 14 threes against Chicago Bulls in 2018. Curry's final tally of 50 was just 2 away from Anthony Davis's All-Star record of 52 set in 2017. With his performance, Curry, who was born in Akron, Ohio, also raised over $100,000 for the Cleveland Metro School District. Now, following the game, Curry's longtime rival, LeBron James, had nothing but positive things to say about the performance that Stephon put on for the fans in Cleveland on Sunday night. Now, Curry has been in an uncharacteristic slump for the last couple of months. We'll see if his otherworldly shooting display in Sunday's All-Star game gets him back on track as the Warriors aim for another NBA Finals appearance. Okay, let us get going. By the way, to give you a little health update, no, we did not need that. Let us go for the NBA team. About 10 minutes before the start of the 2022 All-Star Game, TNT reported some tough news. Chris Paul's right thumb is fractured. He'll be reevaluated in 6 to 8 weeks. Paul suffered the injury in the third quarter of Phoenix's win versus the Rockets on Wednesday, just prior to being ejected for bumping a referee. Now, this is a potentially brutal blow for the Suns, who have had the best record in the league and are probably the title favorites at this point in the season. If Paul is indeed out for the full 8 weeks, he would be done for the remainder of the regular season, with the playoffs set to start on April 16th. Now, even if he's back in time for the playoffs, he'll have been out for an extended period and will have to regain his conditioning and rhythm on the fly. Phoenix is a well-oiled machine right now, and this throws a major monkey wrench in their engine. We will update you on this story when and if we get more further information. Now we move from the NBA to golf, and Bryson Di Shambo added his voice Sunday to the chorus of folks declining the opportunity to play in the Saudi Arabia-backed Super Golf League. Following exclamation marks from Colin Morikawa, John Rahm, and Roy McIlroy early in the week, Dustin Johnson pledged his allegiance to the PGA Tour on Sunday, with DeChambeau using a notably different set of words following quickly behind him. Johnson and DeChambeau, along with Phil Mickelson, were thought to be the three most prominent names the SGL was hoping to add to its roster. DeChambeau, who was allegedly offered north of $100 million to play in the league, was a bit more delicate with his language than others, whereas many top players named the PGA Tour specifically as the place they want to play. DeChambeau said his focus was the competition, and if the best happen to be playing on the PGA Tour, that's where he'll be. It's a subtle but important difference as it relates to future movement. As for where the Super Golf League stands, it's now Mickelson who apparently helped create the operating agreement for the league, and a whole lot of unknown for a league that was apparently supposed to lift off starting this summer, losing two of the top 15 players in the world in the same day is a mighty blow. DeChambeau would have been a massive get for any rival league, and Johnson and DeChambeau combined along with Mickelson's name would have been a real splash. Now the SGL that Mickelson built has none of the top talent and only his fame to buoy it. That might still be enough to get it off the ground, but it's looking less and less likely as more players bail. Wow. Okay, speaking of which, more golf news. Joaquin Niederman's Tee to Green game and Riviera Country Club were a perfect match, and that's how exactly the 2022 Genesis Invitational played out for the young Chilean, who finished 19 under to capture his second PGA Tour victory. Neiman, who led after every round this week, edged Colin Morikawa and Cameron Young by 2 shots. In doing so, Neiman became the first golfer since 1969 and fourth all-time to pick up a wire-to-wire win at this event. And he's in some pretty good company, too. Ben Hogan in 48, Lloyd Mangrum in 56, and Charlie Sifford in 69. Now, as impressive as his first 2 days were physically, in shooting 63 and 63 at Riviera, the final 36 were as mentally and emotionally tasking as Neiman had surely ever experienced. On both Saturday and Sunday afternoon, Neiman followed an early eagle on the second 9 with 2 bogeys, coming home to shoot 36 on the backside of the universe. Now on Sunday, the eagle came with a chip in on number 11 that seemed to seal the deal as it opened up his lead to 6 strokes. The gap got closer, or the gap closed to within 2 late in the round, but never had any was any closer than that, even though Neiman wobbled some getting it to the house. So there you go on that one. And do we have, no, not yet. Okay. And in Daytona, we say this with pride, Austin Cindric, once again, once again, Roger Penske knows how to choose them. Rookie Austin Cindric is the 2022 Daytona 500 champion after a thrilling overtime finish to the season's opening race. Only a few short years ago, Cindric was as raw a NASCAR rookie as they come. He had come up the ranks as a highly proficient road course racer, but went through a long feeling out process trying to figure out how to be fast on ovals. Then things clicked, and now he's etched his name on the Borg Warner Trophy and in Daytona 500 history. Now, with drafting help from Team Penske teammate Ryan Blaney, Austin Cindric was able to fend off three different challengers on the final lap of the Daytona 500 to win the Great American Race and earn his first NASCAR Cup Series win after being pushed clear and away from Brad Keselowski on the outside lane. Cindric blocked, and, well, the results were pretty damn good. Cindric is now the ninth driver in history to earn his first career Cup win in the Daytona 500 and the second in a row to do so. He now joins a group that includes Tiny Lund in 63, Mario Andretti 67, Pete Hamilton in 70, Derek Cope in 90, Sterling Marlin in 1994, Michael Waltrip 2001, Trevor Bayne 2011, and Michael McDowell from last year. There you go. Happy landings on a chocolate star. Okay, let's get to our international segment. There's no media chat tonight because, well, nothing has happened this Sunday. So let's get over to me getting sleepy. Okay, let's get you updated on all the action from some of the soccer venues. In the Premier League, Manchester United beat Leeds United 4-2. Wolverhampton Wanderers over Leicester City 2-1. In Scottish Premiership action, it was Dundee United and the Rangers with a 1-1 tie. Celtic 3, Dundee 2. In women's international friendlies, Chile 3, Ecuador 1. Northern Ireland 2, Switzerland 2, Colombia 2, and Argentina 2. She Believes Club, no, She Believes Cup. USA slam danced New Zealand 5-0. Ireland over Czech Republic 2-1. There you go. In the Arnold Clark Cup, England and Spain scoreless. Canada beat Germany 1-0. In Scottish Women Premier League 1, Celtic beat Hart 2-0, and Patrick Thistle and the Spartans tied at 2. Spanish La Liga, Espanyol and Sevilla tied at 1. Barcelona over Valencia 4-1. Real Betis and Mallorca 2-1, and Athletic Bilbao and Real Sociedad. Excuse me. In Das Bundesliga, Bayern Munich over Greuther Fürth 4-1. Borussia Dortmund 6. Borussia Mönchengladbach 0. Leipzig over Hertha Berlin 6-1. In the Italian cities A, Fiorentina over Atalanta 1-0. Venezia and Genoa 1-up. Sassuolo over Inter Milan 2-0. And Lazio and Udinese tied at 1. All right, and I think that's going to. Oh, okay, let's get the Turkish Super League done and done. And here we go. Adana Demirspor 3, Gaziantep 0. Trabzonspor 4, Alanspor 0. Faith Karagümrük 1, Sivasspor 0. Fenerbahce 2, Hatayspor 0. Wow. That means we've only got one thing left to do. One little segment, and then I can hit the bed. That's right. That's right. Let me just go like this and like this and like this and like this. Okay, time now for our last segment. It is, of course, our international sports segment. Let's see. We've done Italy. We've done Spain. Okay, let's get you some hockey from the Czech Republic. Pardubice over Karlovy Vary. No, excuse me. Karlovy Vary over Pardubice 5-4. Liberec over Trinec 4-2. Litvinov over Malada Bolslav 3-1. Penalty shots. Ziln beat Olomouc 3-2. Vitkovice over Sparta Prague, a score of 3-2. Kesk Bujovice over Kometa Brno 3-1. And in a hugely exciting game, Mountfield HK over Plzeň 6-1. Tapra in overtime over Jukurit over Tapra 3-2. Sri Lanka beat Australia by 5 wickets, and India beat the West Indies by 17 runs in the World 20 International Cricket Tournament. And folks, believe it or not, I'll just say this. It's been fun. We had a good night, and we've done the whole thing. And I did my commentary on Jawan Howard. So we have checked off everything we were supposed to do tonight. We just gave you the Daytona 500 winner. So, folks, we are done. We say goodnight to you. Going off the air a little early because, well, I'm yawning and I need to get some sleep. So, thank you all very much for watching and enjoying tonight's edition of Steve's Sporty Balls. Remember, keep your balls fresh, keep them clean, and they will tingle with excitement. That's right. In other words, keep them balls fresh. Thank you, Sherry. Good night. God bless, Dandelion. Good night, everybody. And we'll be back tomorrow at a special time, midnight Eastern again. Another midnight show because we were supposed to do some podcasts tonight, but those have been moved to Monday. We go live to tape at 11 p.m. But following that at midnight, come on back. It'll be Monday, and we will be loaded. That's right. Our sporty balls will look pristine and loaded and huge. So thanks, everybody, for watching. Good night, Dandelion Fluff. Good night, lovely Sherry. Good night, everybody. We'll talk to you tomorrow. This has been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions in association with the L2C Media Network and L2C Sports. I'm Steve, the Baxman Baxley, and as always, in closing, we wish you good sports and big balls. Good night, everybody.